Everybody, welcome back. Yeah, we're going to do another video, of course. This time, American Vampire in 1976 from DC Comics #3. This is a variant cover of Skinner and vampires, drinking blood. Well, everybody is lying dead here. It's by Scott Snyder and then Raphael Albuquerque, probably butchered that name, and Dave McGeek. So we are jumping a little bit in time. I haven't reviewed issue 2. I have read it, but I haven't reviewed it. And it's not really. It's not. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but it's more like I don't want to, go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more, because I also want to, when people want to buy this comic, leave something to the imagination, and I don't want to spoil everything. So sometimes I skip comics to to progress the story a little bit, and then I leave it to the viewers that they want to purchase the comic or not. So this is more a continuation. Skinner and his crew is boarding a train because they need a certain artifact, but they are being trapped, or is that the right word? Well, they're getting mobbed by members of the Tongue. So skip a few pages. So where do we are here? Just give me a second. This is not it. This is not it. And here we go. So they are attacked by members of the Tongue. They are fighting back, and then they are getting shot. What I didn't know is that one of the weaknesses of these vampires is gold. So they are being shot with gold bullets, and somehow they are vulnerable to gold. I didn't know that. The problem with this whole comic is, since issue 1, I haven't read the other volumes, because there's a whole lot of books from American Vampire before this one. I haven't read that, but there's also a lot of references to what happened in the other comics. So sometimes I'm getting confused because they say something in the story that I don't know what the connection is, and then it refers to, just like here, see American Vampire Volume 8. And it goes on and on a little bit in this comic, but also in other comics. And that's a shame, but hey, I didn't know. So I have to read the other comics as well to have a little bit of understanding. So for newcomers, this is not very, how do you say? It's not. I'm not saying it's not reader friendly. It's more like you miss certain key informations. But hey, it is what it is. So then Skinner shoots back and killing these people, and then there are more of the members of the Tongue. And you see Skinner here from, hey, listen, and the Tongue says, hey, there are more of us. Then you can shoot, sweet. His name is Skinner, sweet. Give up now. And he said, I know a fucking bluff when I. And then there's a whole lot of Tongue members. So there's some humor here that it works, and it reminds me a lot of I don't know, TV series or movies, because this comic is very fast paced. It goes from one place to another, and it's it feels sometimes like a movie. Some key events here that I'm going to show you later. It could straight come out from a movie, and actually it works. It's a very fun ride, by the way. So they are escaping, or try to escape anyway, and then they skip. Yep, here. So they pull out an old car from, I don't know, the 60s maybe, and they are escaping, and they throw some TNT, some explosive behind, so that people getting killed here. And then one of his crew members, I forget the name, he says, tell me you're not wearing Lincoln's hat. I said, I cannot lie. No, this is mine. And, it's, like I said, there's some funny here, and he's very laid back, driving this car. And then we switch to the sewers, because we see Agent Poole and Travis hunting a vampire, and they believe it's actually Dracula. And why they think that? They think there's some evil emanating, and there are I don't know, clues that refers to that Dracula has come back to life. And I think to myself, yes, Dracula, him, the ultimate vampire is here. So what happens is they are going to investigate somewhere in the, is it the sewers or somewhere? Well, it's not really sewers, I believe. Some kind of train wreck, railroad, I think. And they find a hideout. But then they are getting attacked by, oh man, look at this. This is it. This is Dracula. Looking freaking cool. We'll see here Travis all scared because he was stabbed. I mean, that's fucking great. And Dracula looks sick, man. He looks like a badass vampire. So we switch back to Travis and his team, or Skinner and his team, and they getting still they are still being chased by the tongue, and then Skinner does, skipping a few pages, he puts out some TNT or some explosive, throws it to his companion, and he said, wait for it, don't throw. And you see the fear in her eyes, and she throws it, and yeah, it's going to be a big explosion. But what happens is, and that's what I mean with, like, you know, being in a movie, it's the end of the railroad and they fall into their doom, and more like in a river. And not only that, they are surviving, spoiler, and there is a, how do you say, a waterfall. So they are floating in the water towards the waterfall. And yeah, like I said, it's more like it has movie elements in here that I like. And like I said, it works. And then we switch back to Agent Poole and Travis, because Dracula is getting the upper hand. They're battling him, but they stand no chance against Dracula. So what happens here? I mean, look at that. It's great. So they're attacking Dracula, but they don't stand a chance, like I said. And Dracula refers a little bit back to Agent Poole's brother, called Little Dell. He said, tell your friend how his little Dell got his brain battered in Sweet Alabama. And then, like I said, we go back to the other volumes and said how he ended up in bed, wasting away everything he did, meaning nothing. And again, you see the fear in his eyes while Dracula, tried to kill him. But then something happens that it was really unexpected, and I'm not sure if I like it, because I'm not going to show you, but Dracula is getting killed. And I'm going to show you. This is not what I wanted. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you, well, the person in question. And so, yeah, he's getting killed from behind. And, okay, I'm going to not spoil anything further because this is the last page. So I can show this. Okay, cool. So what happened is, he's getting killed by something else, by another vampire, another powerful vampire. And basically that's cool. But on the other hand, I wish that I wish that Dracula was still alive, and, then maybe in the next issue there is a big battle between the new vampire and Dracula. And now Dracula is just dead, And that's a shame, because when I think of Dracula is like I said, the ultimate vampire. He's the biggest badass. And he's the lord of the vampires. And now he just dead in a second. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I wish they showed him a little bit more, because Dracula is a fucking cool character. And yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, look at this. The fight scene is great. All in dark. Dracula all threatening. Cool. Yeah, it's still a good comic. I definitely recommend it. So, but hey, yeah, well, Dracula's dead, so that threat is over. So, and there's a new threat emerging, as they are saying. Hey, but I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, of course. Like my video, share my video, subscribe to BLACKHART Manor, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.